What's up, everyone? Aaron Egler here with Cheesehead TV, coming to you live with your Packers Daily Chat, 10 a.m. Eastern, every single day, Monday through Friday. Packers season or no, we're here for you to talk some Packers on the old social channels. The Packers getting ready to hit the practice field for the final time this week, later today, as they prepare to take on the Indianapolis Colts. I think the headline for the week is probably the status of Davante Adams. Not trending the right way. Went from a limited participant on Wednesday to a non-participant on Thursday, the essentially most important practice of the week, where they pad up and try and install all that they want to do. Don't love it. Don't love it. You definitely saw Adams fight through that ankle injury against the Jaguars, but it's not trending the right way. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that there's no way he plays, because who knows? Maybe they determined rest is better than working on it, and they just wanted to give it as much time as possible. I do not doubt when we hear from Matt LaFleur later today, he will say something akin to, we're going to give Davante right up till kickoff. But signs would certainly point to Davante missing another game, which is unfortunate, especially when you consider Allen Lazard is no lock to be up for this game. We heard from Matt yesterday saying, they had to activate him. Obviously, Wednesday was the deadline, or else they had to lose him for the rest of the year back to IR. But it sure doesn't sound like he's any lock to be playing on Sunday. So then you're looking at MVS as your number one at wide receiver, and probably a whole lot of Aaron Jones, Jamal Williams, Jay Sternberger, Robert Tonyan, and the like, and then a sprinkling of Malik Taylor and the like at wide receiver. So Aaron Rodgers, Matt LaFleur, everybody on offense going to have their work cut out for them, without question. Good morning to everybody in the comments section. Always great to see so many familiar and friendly faces, some not so friendly faces, but I understand. Somebody's got a troll. It's all good. Nathan, thank you for the super chat. Can you wish my friend Morgan a happy birthday? Morgan, happy birthday. Carry the G wherever you are. Go Pack Go. Hope it's a great one. Beautiful day here in New York. Hope it's a beautiful day wherever you are. Happy birthday. George Lucas is here. George, can you believe that there's a television show made out of Star Wars stuff that's live action that airs every week on Disney Plus that I wake up at 3 a.m. to see? It's pretty crazy. Anyway, what did you want to say? How was the new Mandalorian episode? No spoilers. It was great. You should check it out, George. It was really good. This week, last week, they were awesome. I'm at the doctor's office this morning. I hurt my ankle, but excited about Sunday Go Pack Go. Michael, take care of yourself. My goodness. Oh, now the super chats come rolling in. Josh, thank you for the super chat. As a lifelong fan of the Packers, what is it like getting to talk to all these great players/coaches? Do you ever take it for granted? I try not to, Josh, that's for sure. I try not to ever let it become a chore, that's for sure. But it is a job. I am producing content, working when I'm doing it. And as someone asked last night on Twitter, the fact that I can sit there on Sunday and yell at Mike Pettin for rushing 3 or what have you, but not go after him in a press conference setting. I mean, the press conferences are work. That's when I'm at work. When I'm watching a game, I am a pure fan. And I'm able to compartmentalize the two. So I try not to take it for granted. I do realize how lucky I am. I did work, over a decade to arrive at this point. So I'm not dismissing the work I've done and put in, and the stuff that Corey has done as far as building up the website, keeping it going, even when I was doing other stuff. He's a big part of me being able to do this at all. So, yeah, I try not to take it for granted. That's for sure. Philip, thank you for the super chat. Thanks for all your hard work. Love tuning in. Thank you, Philip. Thank you for tuning in. Dustin, thank you for the super chat. Looks like I'm starting Raji in fantasy Sunday. Hey, man, you can't be any worse than some of the duds I've put out there this year. No doubt about it. Lance, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for making my mornings a lot better these last few weeks. I've needed this. And thoughts? I have so many thoughts, Lance. I can't even tell you. And thank you for the kind words. Brett, thank you for the super chat. 3-man rush with some soft coverage. We got this. Oh, Brett, why you gotta be so painful in the morning? It's Friday, man. Come on now. Why you gotta hurt me? Why you got to hurt me? Colts, poor run game versus the Packers, poor run D. Who you got? Unfortunately, I got the Colts in that one. I mean, we'll see. I know they've been up and down in the run department, but I don't think they need to run the ball very well. They just needed to be effective enough to get the linebackers to take some false steps, and then Phillip Rivers will go to work on play action. If you've been following me this week, this is a very tough game. It's a game the Packers can win, but they need to play a lot better than they have the last 2 or 3 weeks. Josh, thanks for the super chat. Best answer you have ever gave me. Have some more of my money. Josh, that's really kind of you. Thank you for the super chat. And thanks for tuning in. Got to win the turnover game. Drew, that's a big one. No doubt about it. And that includes on special teams, giving up, blocked punts, big returns, etc. But every possession is going to be precious on Sunday. There's zero question about that. I do think this is a game where they're going to have to grind it out because I don't see them producing many explosive plays. Now I say that and they'll have like 3 in the first quarter or something. Crosby revenge game, Andrew. Thanks for the super chat. It's Friday. I'm in love. I'm always down for a cure mention. Dustin, thank you for the super chat. Darth Vader took over the galaxy and Voldemort couldn't take over a high school. Thoughts? Well, Darth Vader didn't really take over the galaxy. The Emperor did with some subterfuge, and he utilized Vader, but it wasn't really Vader's doing. Raymond, thank you for the super chat. Finally caught one live. If Jair and King can't go, what do you rate our chances Sunday? I don't think they're terrible. I think they, obviously take a hit, but it sure sounds like both of them are trending towards playing. Hopefully we'll get some kind of clarity there from Matt later today. But, King has been a full participant this week. Jair still not out of the protocols, but he is practicing. So they can take that right up through Saturday. So we'll see. Yes. Does it become a hell of a lot more difficult if they're not out there? No question about it. But I still like their chances. Arthur, thank you for the super chat. It's all right if Devontae is out. We win, right? I don't know about it. We win. I mean, automatically, of course. You much prefer Devontae to be out there. But, I don't think without Devontae, they can't win. They haven't lost one without Devontae yet since Matt LaFleur came on board. So a lot of ball game left. Christopher, is Matt LaFleur as aw shucks off camera as on? That's a really interesting question. He's pretty similar to the guy you see at the podium. You can tell he's trying to be all business. Sometimes we get him to crack a smile once in a while there on the Zoom calls. But when I, met him at the combine last spring, that was pretty much who he is, who you see up there. I think it was really telling yesterday when he was asked about Quentin Nelson. And he said the thing he admired the most about him was that he was all ball all the time. I think that's very much Matt. Like, he is all football. And there is precious little on this earth that distracts him from it. So, he's a great guy to talk to. And I did enjoy it, but he is all ball all the time as well. But yeah, the demeanor you see there at the podium is very much the kind of guy he is off camera. Brett, thanks for the super chat. Who needs Tack, Griffin, Dunlap when we got Lowry? Well, you realize all those guys play different positions, right? If Tack came to Green Bay, for instance, or Griffin or Dunlap, they'd be playing outside. They wouldn't be playing interior. But I love the Dunlap. I knew the Dunlap thing was coming because he had the big sack to end the game last night. Oh, you know who else did that? Oh, Rashawn Gary. See, because the Packers drafted ahead of need, they have the guys and don't have to go out and waste draft picks to trade for people because they can't get to the quarterback, because the Packers can get to the quarterback. They haven't been doing it with as much regularity this year as they did last year, but they have the horses to do it. So they don't have to go and waste draft picks in the middle of the year to go and get a guy to bolster something that is deficient on their roster, like the Seahawks did. See, these are the two kind of competing thoughts here. I understand people want shiny new toys, but the Seahawks needed a shiny new toy. The Packers didn't, because they thought ahead. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. William, thanks for the super chat. If Jordan Love is the man, do we support him with a, quote, good defense or weapons on offense like we did with Rodgers? William, they've been trying to produce a, quote, good defense for a decade and a half. I ain't expecting a good defense in Green Bay until after I've passed from this earth. I'm done. I'm done waiting for it. I'm done expecting it. If one arrives, I'll be pleasantly surprised. I don't know, man. They've tried so much. They've thrown everything at that side of the ball. Patrick, thank you for the super chat. We missed you on the Zoom happy hour last night. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you so much for the super chat. Nathan, thank you for the super chat. We're in the Super Bowl, up 4, 30 seconds left. We punt to Tyreek Hill, and he gets by the coverage, but JK is in position. Does he make the tackle? I'm going to defer to my co-founder, Corey Banke, on that one. Thanks, Nathan. Isaac, thank you for the super chat. How many wins will the NFC East champ have? I say 6. That feels high. That feels high. I don't know. I think that's a push. Around 6, 5 or 6, I will say. But that's a really good question. Robin, thank you for the super chat. Do you have an email address we can contact you? Yes, Robin. Aaron@cheeseheadtv.com. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Look forward to your email. What else we got here? Rivers is a turnover machine. Nathan, he can be. He's streaky. There's no doubt about that. But he can also pick you apart. He certainly did last year, and I certainly expect him to again this year. You've got to get him off the spot. If you can get him kind of into happy feet mode, so to speak, yeah, he'll throw you a couple. There's no doubt about it. He's like Brett in that regard back in the day. But, he's smart as hell, and he throws with great anticipation. Now, sometimes that gets him into trouble, but for the most part, he knows where guys are going to be, how defenses are going to react, and he, more often than not, takes advantage of it. Philip, how do you like Trey Lance? Thoughts? I have no thoughts on Trey Lance. I remember when Aaron Rouse took Peyton Manning to the house for a pick 6. That was a great day. J. Brown T. Down. That's a great handle. Was living on 42nd Street here in Astoria, and we had a big family gathering. My parents were in town along with my sister, and my kids were there, and we were all like in this living room watching the game. And then Rouse took that one, and I'll never forget how the living room just absolutely exploded. My dad's usually in his advanced years is much quieter than he was when I was a kid, when he was shouting loud ball game left at the TV. But I'll never forget, he jumped out of his chair when Rouse picked that off. That was a great play and a great day. Can 23 become a ball hawk type that he hasn't yet shown he can be? I think he's shown that he has the capability to be in position. He's just got to come down with a few, But yeah, it's hard to be a ball hawk when people aren't throwing at you. There's no question when he's out there, that is not the direction the quarterback is looking. He has erased guys. When you're an eraser, you don't get a lot of the balls thrown your way to take advantage of. Now, the few that he has caught one, and he needs to catch a few more. But, there's zero doubt he has the ability to do it. I don't know how many opportunities he's going to be given because of the fact that he tends to kind of erase an entire side of the field. So, yeah, can he become that? Sure. He has the absolute ability to do so. I just don't know how many opportunities he's going to be given. Go Pack, go. Let's get the W. Joshua. That's what I'm talking about. You're in Astoria. Mount Sinai, Queens is one of my customers. Nick, I know Mount Sinai very well. Fortunately, I've had to take my daughters to that emergency room on a handful of occasions. Dustin, thank you for the super chat. Bigger number, Rivers kids or Rogers total INTs in 2018 through 2020? Damn, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole, but that's hilarious. Have we missed more interception opportunities this year than normal? No, Drew, I don't think that's normal. I think it's just what you see year in, year out as far as what we talked about all offseason, a reversion to the mean, right? They lived off turnovers last year, and they got their hands on a bunch. I do think they've missed a couple, and that has caused their total to slide, but you always expected that. You can't expect that kind of a high turnover rate, interception rate to continue year after year. It's just not sustainable. They have missed a few. There is no doubt about that. But I don't think it's anything, abnormal. I think it's to be expected, really. Stu 4GBP. Yeah, that's a really good question. I keep hearing others ask if good or bad Phillip Rivers will show up this weekend. Should we just assume the good Phillip Rivers will show up with Pettine running the defense? Yes, 1,000%. Good game to see if the Packers turned a corner or much of the same versus good physical teams. All we have is hope. I'm down for hope. A new hope, if you will. There we go. Saw Mike Daniels stuff a run for Cincy the other day, and it made me sad. Hey, man. Always moving forward. Packers have to be perfect Sunday in all aspects. No, they don't have to be perfect. They have to play well. That's damn sure. They don't have to be perfect. Win the turnover battle? Yeah, 100%. And more often than not, you're going to do that with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. But, yeah, no. I mean, the idea of having to be perfect, you want to play perfect. And what it was the Bill Walsh quote, we'll chase perfection knowing we can never attain it, but in that pursuit, we will achieve excellence. That's what the Packers need to do. Chris, thanks for the super chat. Do you and the rest of the reporters enjoy the Zoom conference calls or prefer to be there in person? Oh, Chris, 1,000,000,000% prefer to be there in person. I love it because I can participate during the week here in New York City. So in that regard, it's been kind of great for Cheesehead TV because we're able to get our questions in, be part of the beat, so to speak, during the week. During normal times, I only fly in for the home games and I'm there for some of the pressers then. But for the most part, the locker room stuff, all of that, I can't participate. So it's a weird thing because, yes, you much prefer to be there in person, especially the locker room, because what's hard now is everyone on the beat is at the mercy of Packers PR and whoever they produce every week. And we got some regulars, the big ones, Aaron, Devontae, etc. But, other than that, we're kind of at the mercy of whoever is made available. Whereas if you're in the locker room, guys will walk through. It's much rarer now, but you can still grab a guy and say, hey, can I talk to you for a few minutes about XYZ? More often than not, they'll say, yeah. And then you'll get some one-on-one kind of time where you can get quotes that not everybody has. But now everybody's utilizing the same media session. So you read ESPN, you read The Athletic, you read the Wisconsin State Journal, everybody's got the same quotes. And that makes it kind of staid, So yeah, I think people would much prefer to be there in person. But like I said, I'm kind of loving the Zooms because that means I can participate. Corey, thank you for the super chat. I like going into a game feeling like it's one we are likely to lose, then being dead wrong. Go Pack, go. I feel you, Corey. I love it. Us against the world. Let's do it. Why do Packers fans live in New York? You and Tom. Who's Tom? I live in New York because I love New York City. I grew up in Wisconsin and always wanted to live in New York, and now I do. It's pretty simple. I just never stopped loving the Packers. That was a Lombardi quote, not Bill Walsh. Thank you, Jim. I knew I'd screw that up. Corey Lindsley to Anna, how they'll move their stuff with a truck. God, I'm going to miss him. Yeah, that was a great quote. Oh, Tom Grossi. I never think of Tom Grossi as a New Yorker because he doesn't live in the city, but yes, he lives in this area. I don't know how he became a Packers fan. I should have asked him that on my podcast, but we just talked ball and content creation the whole time. But yeah, I was born a Packers fan, so I can't speak to anybody else. Tom Grossi raid. We had one at halftime in the game. We'll probably do it again this weekend. It's a lot of fun. Hey, speaking of this weekend, we'll be back with another watch party, pregame show, and I hope you all can join us here on the social channels. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'll still be here in my apartment for one more week. I am out of quarantine next week, so hopefully we'll be back to our regular production. But please join us on Sunday. It's going to be a lot of fun. Corey and I watching the game, and literally thousands of Packers fans all over the world tune in every week. It's tons of fun. Hope you can make it. Please hit like on this video, subscribe to the channel, tell your friends, tell your family. Cheesehead TV. We are devoted to Green Bay Packers fans worldwide. Let's go get this W. Thanks a lot, everybody. Go Pack, go.